what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another drugstore tutorial. I know, 2 drugstore videos back to back, but I wanted to go ahead and do that spring look that I promised you guys. So it's very fresh. I have a nice pop of purple on the lower lash line, a nice bold pink lip, and super glowy skin. And I'm super excited because one, this is all drugstore, but I also partnered with Sleek Makeup for part of this video. And it's so exciting because now you can get Sleek in the US at 3 different locations. So it's really exciting, and now that they're available in the US, they reached out to me, and of course I wanted to work with them. I was most excited about this. I feel like this is like the thing that Sleek is most known for, are these highlighting palettes. And I never got my hands on one until now, and you guys, just wait. I mean, you can see this highlight on my face. So if you would like to see how I did this full look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. So I already have foundation on, and I am jumping into this cream contour kit, and y'all know that I don't cream contour very often because sometimes I feel like it just ends up looking messy, but I felt the texture of this prior and I really liked it. So I'm using the light shade, and it just gave me such a natural kind of just shadow to the face without looking like, oh hey, she contoured. And it just looked really, really natural, and it was so creamy. I still didn't do my nose because I feel like when I cream contour my nose, my whole nose just turns like brown. So I'm just kind of going around the outer edge of my face and blending that out with my beauty sponge. And whenever I do cream contour my cheekbones, I always make sure that I am dragging it upwards. And like I said, you can see here, it just blended out super easily. So I'm kind of obsessed with this Sleek contour kit. And you guys already know Maybelline Age Rewind is my favorite concealer from the drugstore. I feel like it just does such a good job. So I am using this underneath my eyes and then also highlighting the center of my face. Always make sure you are also highlighting the center of your face. It's just going to bring so much more balance to your look. And then, of course, just blending that out with the same beauty sponge. You can see it just brightens everything up. And I use the shade Light. And it just, I don't know, I feel like it does a really good job. It doesn't cover as much as like a Shape Tape, but for a drugstore, this is my go-to. And then I'm setting that with the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is in the shade Light as well, but I'm only setting the inner corner with a sponge, and then the rest I just kind of blended out with a brush. So to set that contour in place, this is one of my favorite products that I tried from Sleek, and this is their Face Form palette in the shade Light. And I'm just setting that contour with the contour shade in this palette, and it's a really nice color. It gives a nice shadow to the face, but it isn't too cool tone. It still gives a little bit more warmth to my skin, and I'm just going right over the cream contour that I did, and then I did go back in, drag a little bit down my neck, and then contour my nose. And now we are going to move on to the eyes. So I'm just using a little bit of that Age Rewind and applying that to my lids as my base. I can only imagine us together side by side. I can only imagine we're dancing in the moonlight. And of course for the eyes, I'm going to be using Sleek Makeup. I'm first taking the Beautiful Sin palette, and I'm going to be using the mattes out of here. So I'm taking this first mid-tone brown with a big fluffy crease brush, just putting this in the crease as my transition shade. The lids are going to be super simple. I wanted to keep the lids really simple and have that pop of purple on the lower lash line. So I'm just applying that. It's a really nice transition color. And then I went in with this kind of taupe shade. It's a little bit of a cooler tone, and it just kind of gave a little bit more dimension and depth to the eye. So I'm just doing the same process. Like, the lid is super, super simple. And then if you want to deepen it up just a little bit more, you can mix that matte black, just a tiny bit of that with that same kind of taupey shade, and apply that right to the outer corner. And then for the lower lash line, you guys know I love a good white liner. And this one from Sleek is so bright, and it's super creamy. It just makes your eyes look so much more open. You can see how bright it is there. And then I'm also going to dive into this palette for that beautiful purple on the lower lash line. This palette is called the E10, and I love doing this purple because it's not super bold. It's not going to look a little too out of my comfort zone, but it is a great way to incorporate a little bit more color into your look. And then I'm just using some of their full fat lash, and I'm applying that to my lower lash lines. I like that little ball on the end. I always have liked those. It's kind of like the Givenchy mascara, and it just helps to grab my tiny little lashes on the lower lash line. And then it is time to add some blush and highlight. But before that, I did go back in to the Beautiful Sin palette and just highlight those inner corners. And for blush, I am using this beautiful coral blush from the Face Form palette that I used to contour with. It is such a pretty color for spring. And then this Cleopatra's Kiss highlight palette was the standout of all standout products that I tried from Sleek. I feel like this is the one that I heard the most about, and it did not disappoint. Look at that highlight. It literally looks like a wet highlight on your cheeks, which is what I go for. And to finish off the look, I am using two of their major matte lipsticks. The first one is Daydreamer. It's a really pretty kind of rosy shade, and it went on super smooth, but I wanted to give a little bit more dimension to the lips, so I'm taking the shade HAPPY and applying that mostly to the center and leaving the corners of my lips just bare in the first Daydreamer shade. Just makes them look a little bit more pouty, and once you do that, your look is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial using tons of Sleek makeup. Don't forget to follow them on Instagram at Sleek Makeup USA. And of course, I did get a discount code for you guys. It's Steph25 for 25% off of Sleek products at Ulta.com.